Good morning. Just wanted to make a short video today about heading into this new year. I know we're not even to Thanksgiving yet, but I just wanted to, I don't know, just maybe share with you some of the things that I'm doing to get ready for this new year, the uncertainty that lies ahead. I don't want to talk in too many specifics, but just be aware that there still is time. There's plenty of time to do the things that you, in the back of your mind, you know you need to do, maybe some things you've been putting off. First off, I would highly suggest, if you don't already have one, get an emergency fund. 3 months minimum of expenses. Have that money set aside. If you have some stocks, liquidate some stocks to get to that point. If you have something to sell, it's time to liquidate right now. Get some cash on hand. Keep that powder dry. You're going to want to have, you should have this regardless of what's going on socioeconomically, politically, globally, that kind of thing. Just keep an emergency fund in case you're laid off, you lose your job, you hit some hard times, there's an unforeseen expense, big car repair, medical emergency, that kind of thing. You want to be ready for these things so when they inevitably happen, eventually you're going to need a good chunk of change. You're not going to be thrown for a loop. You're going to be in a position where it's going to hurt, but it's not going to sting, if that makes any sense. So yeah, have some money set aside. If you have some issues in your family, with your family and friends, try to shore those up. Be aware of the things that you can change. Maybe humble yourself. If you've been meaning to, if you haven't talked to a family member or friend in a long time, reach out. Let them know that you're thinking about them, that kind of thing. Just try to shore up these relationships because they could be important in the future. Yeah, especially family. They're always going to have your back. And if you have problems interpersonally with your family, you're going to want to address those in the new year. And forget it for the new year. Start now. Start now. Use these holidays as an opportunity. Some people like to look at them like obligations or, I don't want to do this or that. Just be aware of the relationships and kind of update your status with your family and friends. That's another one. Thirdly, if you have anything that you're planning on buying from overseas, do it now because the price is about to go through the roof on so many of the imported goods that we're so used to having so cheaply in this country. The new administration is going to try to do all these tariffs. It might just be bluster. He might be bluffing, but just in case you want to have, if you need something that typically is manufactured overseas, which is a ton of the shit we consume and that we use in this country, buy it now. Buy it now before the price goes up. I cannot stress this enough. Even if it is all bluster, even if it is all threats, you're going to want to prepared if for some reason everything that we buy that comes here on a boat or from overseas or from Canada or Mexico, you're going to want to be aware and you're going to want to already have those things in hand. And that goes for a lot. Look into the things that we import just from China, Mexico, and Canada. You will be astounded at the things we no longer make in this country. In some instances, we've lost the ability to manufacture these things in this country. All the jobs were shipped overseas. Thank you, Ronald Reagan, Bush, and Clinton for all that shit. Sorry to get off track. But yeah, get your emergency fund. That is something that you probably should have already. But if you don't have it, now's the time to do it. Liquidate stocks. Liquidate stuff. Have a yard sale. Just dump it. Dump any unnecessary things. Get some cold hard cash. Keep your powder dry so when the rainy day comes, you have that rainy day fund set aside. Secondly, shore up your relationships with your family and friends. This cannot be stated enough. They will help you through the hardest of times. If there are hard times on the way, you are not going to want to face those things alone. You still have time for this. Be aware of it. Thirdly, and I won't limit it to this, I'll probably do a few more episodes like this, but if you are planning on buying, or if you need something that is typically shipped overseas that needs to be imported, that may be subject to the tariffs in the coming year, you're going to want to buy that now. Not tomorrow, not next week, now. Because these tariffs are already, we're seeing it. They're being priced into the market. We're seeing some industries that are going to be severely affected by these tariffs, and they're kind of pricing that in. So you're going to see gradual price increases on everything that has to come over the border. Any border, be it a boat or land. Seriously, be aware of these things. anyway, yeah, I don't mean to preach, but there's an uncertain time ahead and you want to do at least these 3 things. I'll try to think of some more, make another video about this, but I appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, thanks so much for watching, and take care of yourself.